limit as x approaching infinity. Oh my god, why is that showing? All right. So I'm gonna go through here. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna airdrop to you the homework, so that way somebody can post on the thing. And this time I including the answers, so that way you can check your answers. So the answers in the back.
These just okay.
Yeah, you can move to this. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna airdrop to you. Somebody can post on a group chat if you VPN.
So it's AC. Oh, okay, okay.
Alex,
Yeah,
I'm gonna randomly airdrop to all the people I don't know. Hopefully they're next door.
So what are you gonna do if someone from another class comes tomorrow and shows you their home sheet list for your class?
That'd be funny. Trust me, I would take that student more than some of you guys if they come in with the homework. So if you did it and post on a group chat, if you have a ability to do it. I don't have time to do it, but just yeah. So we're gonna talk about trig limits. The trig limits are when limits as x approach 0 of sine x over x is equal to 1. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's it now.
No, don't multitask. Focus on whatever's on the board. So close your computer. Thank you. And
Of course. I got studied for math, and I gotta do physics, and then I got studied for a test on history that I haven't even reviewed.
okay. So limits of sine of x over x is equal to 1, and limit x approach 0 of 1 minus cosine x over x is equal to 0. I don't have a chance to show you the proof, but the proof is kind of complex. So I don't want to go through the proof, but I just want to say this is one or two things you have to memorize. So index card. So if you say something do I need to study, well, you need to know those two trig limits. This is the only two trig limits you have to know. There's no other one, so you don't have to worry about other. So limit x approach 0 of sine x over x is equal to 1. Also limit x approach 0 of 1 minus cosine x over x is equal to 0. Now I'm going to start by going over one questions. Start with the limits as x approach 0 of tan of x over x. Now you're going to say, well, that's not one of the trig limits, but we can make them become one of them. Okay, so what can I do here?
Okay. We can convert the tangent to sine of x over cosine of x.
That's actually a good idea. Limits as x approach 0 of sine of x over cosine of x. And then I'm going to say 1 over x right next to it because the x is on the bottom. Now, you know how like 3 times 4 is equal to 4 times 3? You know that they can switch places. Now, in order to make this happen, I can switch those two places, right? Because they are multiplying, right? Does that make sense? So that's going to be limits as x approach 0 of sine x over x times 1 over cosine of x. And then you say, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now we already know this part, but how about this? We know this one's going to be 1. But the second one, we can do direct substitution. Right? What is cosine of 0?
1.
1. So this will give me 1, and this also give me 1. So the answer is 1. Does that make sense? Let's say limit x approach 0 of sine square of 4x over 5x squared. And you're going to be like, wait, how is this one works? So this looked really much like the first one, but except it's a little bit changed. Do sine square, and then you say, well, what do I do with that? You probably first think about Pythagorean identity, but trust me, it's not. It's actually don't need a Pythagorean identity. You want to make it the sine of x over x. You already have everything you need because you have sine square 4x over 5x squared. You already have x times x on the bottom, and you also have sine of 4x. So can I rewrite this? Let's say sine of square of 4x. Can I rewrite as sine of 4x times sine of 4x? Does that make sense? I can rewrite that. And also, I see this 5, right? I also told you if it's any type of coefficient, they can move outside the limits. So I'm going to kind of do two things at once. I'm going to take the outside the limits, so it's like 1 over 5 here. And that says limit x approach 0 of sine of 4x over x times sine of 4x over x. Because I can break them apart to pieces. Questions about this part? Now, if you compare this limit x approach to 0 of sine of x over x, it kind of looked different. There's a 4 on the bottom, right? So what if I says or there's a 4 on the top, I'm sorry. So if I say that I can make the bottom also 4x, if somehow I can make this 4 right here and this 4 right here, then I can look almost like this, right? Does that make sense? So how do I do that? I can multiply by something called a 1. So 16 over 16. Why do I multiply 16 over 16? Because 16 over 16, 16 is equal to what?
1.
Yeah, it's equal to 1. But also 16 can break down to what? 4 times 4, right? So can I rewrite that? Say 1 over 5 limit x approach 0 sine of 4x over 4x times sine of 4x over 4x. Because I pretty much just take this and put it inside where it belongs. And this times 16. And if that's the case, yes, 16 equal to 4 times 4. So can this says 4 times 4. So can a 4 go to here? And can 4 go to here? But this is 16 is gone. Does that make sense? I just kind of like put it inside. But this 16 still here though. Because I don't want to change a fraction. So 16 can be moved outside. So now this 16 can move outside here. So it'd be 16 over 5 limits x approach 0 of sine of 4x over 4x times sine of 4x over 4x. So we know that this identity is going to tell me that this all equal to 1. So it'd be 16 over 5 times 1 times 1 is equal to 16 over 5. Your homework may have uh, trig identity you had to work with, but so it's kind of hard. Today's homework is going to be kind of challenging. Any questions here? No? Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit harder one. X equals 0, sine of 2x over sine of 3x. You're like, wait, how does it work? Now, due to this reason, if it's equal to 1, so what do you think would limit x approach 0 of x over sine of x is equal to? Does that mean what you say? No, no. How about Sydney? Okay, Callie. It's not -1, but definitely
One.
one. What happened if you flip the 1? It's just 1. So if we flip this side is gonna be fine. It's still equal to 1. So it's not a theorem, but as a I think they call it corollary, which is uh, similar to theorem, but is one applied, the other one also applied. So then you say, okay, well, limits as x approach 0, that's going to be sine of 2x over 1 times sine of 3x over 1, right? Can you break limit apart to two separate fractions like this? Is that something I can do? If I multiply together, am I going to get sine of 2x over sine of 3x? Yeah. So that makes like, hey, I can possibly make this a 2x, and I can possibly make this as
3x.
3x, yeah. So what I want to do is I may want to multiply this by x over x, which is I'm going to put one x on one side and one x on the other side. Does that make sense? I can also 2 over 2. I can move 3 over 3 here. I can multiply all those things here. And I'll just move accordingly. First of all, this x can be on top, can move to here, and this x can be moved here, right? So can you rewrite that as limits x approach 0 of sine of 2x over x times x over sine of 3x? Now I kind of take care of the x situations. Now I have 2 over 2 and a 3 over 3. So what I can do is maybe put this 3 here, right? And I can put this 2 in here. And then you can say limits x approach 0 of sine of 2x over 2x and 3x over sine of 3x. That's e times 2 over 3. Again, the constant can be moved outside, and this all become what? That become what? 1, 1. So 1, 1 times 2 over 3, which is 2 over 3. So the answer is 2 over 3. Now, sometimes you want to make this math happen. You want to make it a sine of x over x happen. Okay? There's also a second trig limit is this one. So you can, if you see that's available, you can make that happen as well. That will go to 0. Now, a lot of time you can direct substitution, especially cosine. Cosine, if you plug in zero, so you go to one. So your homework is gonna be like that. It's gonna be difficult, so you guys more welcome to use group chat, ask each other how to do something. I will try to monitor the group chat, make sure people don't break math. I think the problem is people break math too often.
Ironically, that was like the only piece of notes I actually understood as I wrote. So
That's because you close your computer for the first time. Well, last time you had to put a computer, but you were kind of frustrated about everything. So this time you're not frustrated. So don't get frustrated, and then just pay attention. It helps a lot.
Say your next. I can walk out like you try.
no.
Yeah, but it's start getting harder because all the stuff we talked about last year, my class is a little bit easier. But it will start getting harder, so pay attention. Don't lose track. Okay?
I am paying attention.
I know you are.
I come to touring almost every day.
You come to chill. You're not coming to do work. Come to hang out.
What was I doing yesterday?
Oh no, hang out?
I was sitting there with my AirPods and doing my work.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's because I asked you a question.
Okay. You gotta make sure to understand those A and B problems.
I do. I'm gonna go back and do 56 because I understood number 3.
I am performing the national anthem for the choir today.
Now,
for the football game.
the problem is you don't do homework, and that you are smart, and Stefano, you are smart. You're like Yin. You and Yin are very much the same type person, but I was much harder on Yin. Yin, I'll yell at him. You, I don't think I can yell at you because I think you get frustrated even more. But Yin get frustrated, but I know how to deal with Yin for 3 years. I deal with Yin for 3 years. But you and Yin are very, very much alike and same type of things. I'm trying to learn the stuff on Yin, how I treat Yin differently than treat you. So sometimes you do have some outbursts. It doesn't affect other people. So try to calm it down, and it's okay. But if I ask you to take a notes first. Focus on the notes, understand the notes. It also helps because a lot of questions on the notes.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
I'll see you after school. Bye bye.
Oh, I got it.
Hey, nice.
So you got a 0. Yeah, yes.
How you doing, Monsieur?
I'm doing well. Well,
Yeah. Are you sure? Let me see. That's the top.
what?
It's on the top. Can you get math to be here? I don't know. I think what? Yes. So I don't understand how it works. I don't know why he did that.
That was so fun.
So I kind of got a game plan now. So 7 operating 3D printer for the night to be and then I'll tell you more about the primitive one later.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, Steve.
Winston?
What's up, Mr. Yang? How you doing today?
I'm busy.
Busy? No baseball? 30.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Oh no. You come back.
No.
Not you. Pass you back.
You guys only have 3 people. Is it fair?
1 minute remaining. Flat.
I lost mine.
Yeah, so these are ability.
Miranda. I'm out.
What? What? Oh no, I actually.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, I just moved back. The only thing I don't have to get it.
That's pretty good.
And bro,
You don't happen to have my test, do you? I'm just curious what I got. DS 13.
Me, I'll raise their hands and everyone goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still talking about that after like 3 days? That's your highlight, like all the math classes. Everybody, you know. I've been here like 3-4 times already. Wait, go away, go away, go away. I'll call your name.
You also got my name? Alright, thank you.
wait,
It looks like
All right, so you guys should be getting homework out and help each other about doing certain thing. And I'm gonna pass you back the trig test, not a formula sheet. I haven't finished looking over formula sheet yet, but trig test. They helping me grade it already, so I'm gonna give you that test first. Now another thing is, one thing I will tell you is this: your score is not too high. And you need to go back to understand how to do things. There is a lot of simple mistake here and there all the time. If you don't reduce your simple mistake, this class will catch you hard. Now, if you find a way to reduce simple mistake, it not only help my class, it help you with your SAT skill. Like I said, with your current math skill, if you learn how to focus on not making simple mistake, like for example, reading the question correctly, answer the question correctly. When you square root both sides, you don't forget plus minus. When you don't divide it by cosine of x on both sides, that's not the right way to solve a problem. Knowing your unit circle value, very conscious about negative signs and positive signs. If that end up to applying to the SAT, just you don't need to know extra information. So you don't need to learn extra things. Just able to keep yourself says don't make simple mistakes. And you go through a whole test without making simple mistake. Guess what? Your SAT will improve 60, 50 points easily. And that's without additional knowledge. Without additional knowledge. Imagine if you did all your algebra worksheet and you understand all your trig, all your SOHCAHTOA. That means advanced math and SAT. Then that means you're gonna improve 100 points, 120 points. That's why all my BC students, nobody really below 700, because they understand all the stuff and they don't make simple mistake. They still do, even the same test, they still make some mistake, but they make a lot less than you do. So the thing is how to reduce the mistake. I cannot help you, only you can help yourself. I can teach you the knowledge, but you have to be the one that disciplined to play the game. Okay. I'm gonna pass it back to test. Make sure you go over all your homework. Make sure you understand the finding the value A and B. Those are on the test. Make sure you understand graphically. You understand it on the test. Once you find the A and B, plug in on decimals. Figure out, hey, how do I do things? Okay. You have to have your homework done. Okay. I'm gonna randomly check you, certain people that I know that don't do homework. Samuel Medina, did you do homework?
Yep.
You did? Okay, show me. Max, did you finish your homework? Bring it to me. Andred, you didn't do the A and B questions. Finding the A value A, finding value B question. Listen, I post 2 pictures. I post 1 file and 2 pictures. You didn't do those 2 pictures.
Okay.
What?
I go do 2 pictures. This is the file. And then this is 55, 53, 30, right?
Yeah. And I don't like this. Just because here, wait, hold on a sec. What'd you get from B?
I got 3 over 2. That one?
Okay. Yeah, that's because you didn't plug in on decimals. You can't even plug in on decimals.
Yeah.
So it's wrong. Okay.
Okay, so I'll plug it in on decimals.
Yeah, you gotta figure out how to do it.
And are you gonna go over the homework so I can ask you for number 3 or?
I already went over that question on the meeting. I post on the group chat.
Oh, okay.
And that one, just look over there for now. And I have to pass back. Andrew.
Sorry.
Andrew, not the other one. The other one.
Oh,
You, yes. Other Andrew.
I got
The limits. Sorry. Yeah. Now, what? I understand. I'm going to comment. Yeah. So we're trying to
Who's the CL92 or CC92? Why you always put your name wrong? Why is CL?
Because Caligario. I have a middle name too.
No, whoa. Why? The same thing happened last year. Yeah, it's ML.
Well, they use my middle name instead of my last name. I don't know why.
Oh,
But my actual last name is Caligario. They just use my middle name. I can put my middle name from now on though.
okay, but okay, yeah. So every year I always get confused. Last year too. I'm like, why is your name not on there? So last year I did the same thing. I keep on messing you up with the other students too. But you need to tell them that because what if your SAT is not come out correctly? It's not matching exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do that.
Oh, I've heard.
Olivia.
Yeah. That's you probably got. I'm gonna get you 25 out there.
I'm not bad that she got higher than you.
Yeah, I got it. I can't think.
1, 4, 30, and then
I got that answer. And then
Oh, yeah.
Lee. Lee. This is your handwriting, right? Wait, I thought your last name was C. Yeah, CL.
Oh, I messed it up.
Sophia.
the video.
I don't.
Max.
I have like that one story.
Oliver. Oliver.
You got it.
Thank you. Hannah.
Yeah, you have to make sure you like all remember so that you
Purva Patel. Damien. Supposed to, but never show up. Leader.
Yeah. So there's A is no.
Jacob. Jacob.
But then after what if A is right at 0 and I'm wrong too?
Emma.
she's not here.
I got this one.
Yasmin. Know your tricks and stuff, and you need to come really understand it.
Sorry.
And there's the other one later.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Just the current.
Fabian.
Oh my god.
That's low.
Wait.
I see go up to
Apple.
Yeah.
One check points killing you. No. From you to that, I mean,
You got one?
no. I forgot how to use the last 5 minutes.
I actually don't agree. Look at someone else. Wait,
Yeah, wait, no, what do you mean? Okay, I crossed.
I must enter the box.
We used to have one with my parents. Hard way.
Oh my god. I simplified it to 100%.
Emily, Emily, Landon.